Guys, welcome back to Matt Chat Podcast. Paul Ciatto, Frank Ciatto, Christopher Shay, Peter Oberk. We got a fun-filled episode for you today.
But before you start, hold on a second. I have to tell this story because I'm always getting attacked. I'm always the one breaking down. I'm always the one with this and that. I want to shed. Would you leave that thing? I should be holding on to that thing. I want to shed some light.
In case you forgot.
I want to shed some light on a situation that happened just yesterday that I thought was hysterical. Yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. In a second, you'll see where I'm going with this. So last night, amidst me trying to deal with all my house stuff.
This fucking house again.
Because you don't understand.
I'd like to note that it's leaked into 3 episodes.
It alters my physiology.
Well, leave it out now.
It alters. Yeah, but here's the thing. You got to understand something. As I'm driving, it's all in my head. That's all I'm thinking about. So I start pulling up. Now, mind you, I have a certain spot that I park at wrestling practice all the time. And it pisses me off when somebody parks in a spot. Now, there's no assigned spot, so I really can't get that mad. But I'm going to be honest, that shit just pisses me off. And I literally want to cause physical harm to people who park in a spot.
Taking a spot.
So I start pulling up, and as I'm coming up, some mother effer has got like their high beams on, and I'm blinded. So I'm trying to see if I can get to my spot, and I'm like, who the I'm like, I'm going to say something, because I'm already aggravated because of my house. I'm saying something.
See, but what happens is when you purchase grade C cars and you see a grade A car's lights facing you, it looks like the high beam, but that's just a high quality bulb that
I got to be honest. The high quality bulb in this car was freaking ridiculous because I am blinded. So I start pulling up. Next thing I know, I get on a different angle so I can see who it is.
Who was it?
It's him.
And mind you, my high beams were not on. Okay.
So I'm like, God damn. So I get into my spot and I'm all happy.
You were blinded by the light.
Dude, I was blinded by the light.
Were you revved up by like a douche?
Oh, I wasn't actually.
That's a nice white.
But I wasn't. So I get.
Hell yeah, brother!
I'm sitting in my car.
Who wrote that song?
And for the record,
Do you know Peter?
Yeah.
Who is?
Bruce Springsteen.
Oh fuck!
oh,
you.
I hate him.
fucking.
Don't ever sing that song.
That fucking.
He didn't.
Shit.
He didn't
Fuck
sing
you,
"Blinded by the
You're
Light."
not the fucking.
He wrote it, he recorded it, and Manfred Mann made it famous.
Well, guess what? Good for them, and fuck Bruce Springsteen.
That's right.
Fuck Bruce Springsteen, you anti-American liberal piece of shit. Fuck you.
Shame on you for even making "Born in the USA."
What's that?
I missed that close-up.
God, you know what? Fuck you, Bruce Springsteen. You anti-American, domestic terrorist, liberal, snowflake piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Continue.
I can't argue with him.
I had no idea it would lead to that.
So there I am. I'm sitting in my car, and of course, what's on? Beat the Streets, because I'm watching it because I didn't get invited. In any event, I go, all right, let me go over and chat with Paul and see if he's watching it and see what's going on. Next thing I know.
Which I was.
Next thing I know, I see this guy. I don't know who it is, getting out of the car like this. Peter, now I'm going to do this once, so you may as well get a camera on me at the right way. He does this. And I can see here grunting and moaning, and he's like, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess it wasn't fucking Paul's car. And I'm like, because I can't really see a face because it's all hunched over and it's like this, and it's trying to make its way to the back of the car. And I'm like, fuck, who the hell's got a car similar to Paul's? And he gets in the back, the trunk is popped, he pulls something out, and as he closes the trunk, I go like this, I go, that's Paul. And so I jump out of my car, and it's time to make fun of him, and I go, hee, what the fuck happened to you?
He did. I was fucked up.
Dude, he was literally hunched over like this. And you know what his response was to me? We're getting old.
This old shit sucks.
Yeah,
I said, getting old shit sucks.
Getting old shit sucks.
I literally, like, to put it in perspective, I trained all weekend. Or I should say Saturday I had off because we were at the wrestling tour.
Yeah.
But I usually train both. But I trained Sunday. And then I came in on Monday, and we usually have our 10 a.m. And I usually don't even lift weights that day because it's usually 10 rounds.
Of
craziness. And it was, and I was the lightest guy in the fucking room.
See, that's what makes me giggle.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, that's what makes me giggle.
I was the lightest guy in the room, Frank being the heaviest, okay? And I knew what my weight was because I had a doctor's appointment that morning where I was weighed in my underwear. Okay.
Which I'm sure he liked because he wears those small, tiny little underwear, and he probably jumped on the scale like this.
which I did. Okay, it's a hospital. There's a bunch of nurses. They want to see Dr. Paul in the goods. I mean,
They want to see the goods.
so I knew for a fact my body weight's 217 pounds, 217.2 to be exact. Excuse me. But I'm in the room 240, 230.
Alleged 220s,
yeah, alleged.
but you know they're
lying.
250.
Okay, 300.
Walker says he's 205.
Who's that?
320.
Walker says he's 205.
Walker's a fucking liar. Walker is not on my good side for obvious
That's right,
reasons.
for obvious
Until
reasons.
it changes. But Jack is a liar when it comes to his weight.
And it's probably not going to change.
It's no different than Rich McHale, another scumbag, okay, that was rolling with me and was transitioning, he was on top, and he goes, do I feel heavy? I go, yeah, you feel heavy. I go, you're about 240. He goes, nah, about 229. I go, you're a liar. You left out the 5-pound exaggeration factor, which makes you 235, okay, right? You do the math. You're 240. I've been doing this too long, and I know what it feels like to be on top. So, of that type of weight on top of me. So I'm like, I get done. I even go near him because I'm like, fuck this. I don't want him I don't want him fucking near me. And then on top of the fact that I had a radiculopathy, and I told you
From the car ride, that's right.
from the car ride. So I drove
4 hours one direction, 4 hours the
In
next
less-
direction, in less than 24
less
hours.
than 24 hours. So
Yeah, that's brutal.
I've got this ridic. For people out there, it's a pain going down my leg into my hamstring. So I'm rolling, and you saw me. I was limping.
Yeah.
Like after the
I
third.
saw. I'm the one who said something. What the fuck
After
happened?
third or fourth round, I'm limping now. So, of course, I'm not going to stop. I'm just staying the fuck away from him at this point, right? So I'm like, I'm over there, and then as the day progressed, it just got worse and worse. So by the time he got,
By the time I saw you.
and the thing with those type of things, like when you stop moving is when shit
And
gets worse.
especially when you're sitting in a car for a while,
Yeah.
forget
But
about
I'm saying, like, as the day progressed, I literally went from Brookfield to Danbury to Brewster, back to Danbury,
That's right, to pick them up.
to pick them up. So the volume of training caught up with me. You mean? And the fact that it was ultra heavyweight day at 10 a.m. in the morning yesterday. So
Ultra heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it
I
was
was-
like
and I-
5'9" up to 220.
yeah, exactly. There was not a
crazy.
small guy in the room. So it's tallest guys, you and Josh and Black Belt Steve.
Oh, forget about it.
And Black Belt Steve weighs about 225, but he rolls like he's 600 pounds.
Yeah, he does.
He's rough.
And his
So-
elbows he sharpens those
Yeah.
things.
But anyway, again, I got out of the car and said, I'm like, man, I go, this getting old shit sucks. You know what I mean?
And for all the old bulls out there, that are still active and participating in some type of sport, dude, getting old sucks, man. And it is, and I had to say it, we're not immortal anymore, and it's just starting to catch up with us.
Well, I don't go that far. Because I'm still fucking top of the food chain. I just can't move as quickly as I used to, but I'm still like a cat.
You're a cat.
Cat. But I'll tell you this much. I was telling you guys, like today I came in and I had to lift. And I'm like, I had to do a total body workout.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done one of the, I usually go up or lower, but I did everything today because my body was like, you need to get things moving here.
It was rejecting.
I just moved as quickly as I could and whatever and whatnot. But like it was almost like an active rest day. But I had to train like that today just so I could be mobile again. Because then tomorrow is protein training and it starts all over again.
That's right.
And then I got this fucking guy. Do you think I should lift weights? I'm like, what are you, a pussy? Yeah, I think you should lift weights. You're over here riding. He thinks he's fucking, what's it, Louis Armstrong? What the fuck guy's name?
Oh, no, Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. Louis, we'll call him Louis.
Dude,
They told me not to.
And it's funny that
But
you're
they told me
saying
not
this.
to. I had to beg them to let
He
me
fucking
listen.
goes from the fucking bike to
the
the
treadmill.
treadmill.
That's what I said.
I'm like, the fuck is he doing? Get one and done. I mean, you know what? It means just go in there and move around. Do some shit.
I actually, because he came in with the belt, the weight belt, and I'm like, dude, what'd you work out today? He goes, oh, I did bike and cardio and running. I went, no, I'm
Running.
sorry, you misunderstood what I said.
He's a fucking triathlete.
I go, you misunderstood what I said. I go, no, you said you worked out. What did you work out? He goes, yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me. I got the epidural yesterday. I'm like, I could do chest today, right? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, I could do like, bis and tries. And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, well, can I bike? He's like, yeah, but don't go up and down on the bike. I'm like, well, what the fuck can I do today? They're like, just kind of go through the motions. I'm like,
It's as simple as this.
so I'll do push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and then I did a little
So you
bit
can do
of cardio.
push-ups, pull-ups, and dips, but you can't work out with other weights.
Let me give you a perfect example of the difference. and if Philippe was anywhere close, I'd have him come in.
He's the one who told me not to.
Of course. Well, let me tell you why. Because that's him. He's the infinite sniffler. Okay, he's the infinite. This hurts. He's in pain. The only guy I know in his prime that's in continual pain.
And is chiseled and diesel. You would think this guy's a premium specimen. Meanwhile, he's like,
So yesterday, I had to go give a unit of blood. I had to have a phlebotomy. So I'm running around between the weekend, and I'm trying to get back here for what? Training's at 10. He texted me the night before. He goes, 10 o'clock.
what time did you give blood?
8 o'clock in the morning. Well, excuse me. They took it. It was I had to be there for 8:30. You know me. I got there at 8 because I want to get done quicker. It's the hospital, so they can only move as quick as they can. All the nurses, I know them. They're patients. It's cool. I never get upset. And there was only a couple of them I let even draw my blood because I don't want my arm hacked off.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, forget about it.
So, long story short, I get done and I'm racing back. Okay, I'm racing back, and as a point of reference, on the way back here, I felt my leg. I'm
Starting to
feeling
hurt.
a radiculopathy in my leg. I'm like, what, really? Driving back to the office? So anyway, I get back here and I'm running around. I'm like, all right, I gotta have something. I had a bowl of oatmeal. I had some water. I'm just trying to give myself some food, before this happens. So Philippe's at the front desk, and he goes, you're gonna train after the phlebotomy? I said, yeah, I'm a fucking man.
But he does make a good point, though. That's why I said how long before.
But let me get back to what I was saying, because that's the point we're trying to make here.
Fine.
I said to him, oh yeah, because I'm a fucking man. That's what I do. And he goes, I knew you were going to say that. And laugh. And I go, what the fuck do you think I'm going to say? I'm not going to be some fucking pansy. I mean, really.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And if you know that,
if I get a nosebleed, I'm like, yeah, I can't fucking train. Yeah, I cannot.
So meanwhile, I got my arm wrapped in a tourniquet because they take the blood out of your arm with a fucking spear. So I got I'm run wrapping my arm, getting ready to go, and I went out there and and it was just like a 1-2, for the day, as far as it's concerned. But it goes back to what we're always talking about, man. It's like, you know what, embracing the grind, doing what you're supposed to do. Evolving to the environment, adhering or evolving around your environment, and just again, it comes back to here. But it also comes back to the fact that you've got to know
You gotta learn
when
to listen.
to say no.
Yeah, you gotta listen to your
You
body.
got to listen to yourself. Now, unfortunately, there's some people that listen to it a little bit too much.
I know.
I know you ain't looking at me.
In this instance, you're right.
No.
Oh yeah. Let me
No
run on the
way.
treadmill.
Wait,
No way.
I can't do this, I can't do that. And the best is...
That's not how it went.
Yeah,
That's
I-
not how
no,
it
no,
went.
wait.
3 out of your 4 doctors up there told me not to do shit.
Who told you the day before when you went for it, and I said to you, you're fine, just don't do anything the rest of the day?
Right.
Who said that to you?
Right, you did.
Who
To
said it
which
to you?
that's what I said.
Who
and
said
they
it?
said, no, you're not supposed to do
Because
anything.
they're pansies.
Okay.
Okay?
Meanwhile, after my knee surgery, you had to beg me not to do shit.
Yeah, because I know the difference between getting an epidural and reconstructive knee surgery.
Correct. There-
So
yeah.
you know me. So you know me.
Yeah.
All I
You little
know is
rascal. Yes.
Are you done yet?
if you need a moment to let out the bad energy,
let
that's
it
okay.
sit
You
Way
can
to
let
God,
it out.
shit. I do
Ring the gong with that. They like that. You hear how see how it's like a big one of those big bells.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear it. It's awesome. I love it. But
So you're gonna brand me pussy of the day. Fine. Fine.
But here's what I'm gonna say. Nothing against the staff, but they don't push it to the levels we have. Okay? There's only one guy who does, and it's Philippe.
Oh, okay.
But in him, he's perpetually injured, tired, hurt, and has a sniffle. And in pain. And even Leo says, he goes, the guy's always in fucking pain. It's always something. Meanwhile, we're crippled. You know what I mean?
And how old is he about?
Who's that?
Philippe, just
He's
for
in his
reference.
fucking 30s. He's in his prime still.
yeah.
You know?
Young 30s.
Young 30s. Early 30s. But, so, when you said that to me, because you got to remember something, I'm the guy, I had epidurals and I was training later that day.
Yeah.
Because I had it in the morning and I was doing what whether it was lifting some weights. I didn't go out and train jiu-jitsu, but I did something. You know what I mean? But my point is, that's why I said to you yesterday, no big deal. Exactly what I told you was going to happen happened.
Mm-hmm.
When it took place. You're not going to need this. You're not going to need that. And then I said, you're good. Then tomorrow you can go back. I never said you're done for days.
No.
I just said you're done for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. As a matter of fact, in those procedures, they even want you moving the next day.
Well, he said,
Oh,
he's like,
smart.
I know,
The
medication
he's like,
in there,
I know how
yeah.
you are. You always like to push yourself, just don't go crazy.
Right.
Like,
Don't go crazy. That's the moral of the story. It's like you got to know when is enough, or when it's just you got to shut it down. Like
And I'm
But I'm
gonna
half a
guess.
retard. Like,
Yeah, but I'm gonna guess.
Hold on.
I'm gonna guess that this is enough.
yeah. I don't deny that. That's exactly what it was. And your response was the best. What the fuck happened to you? like concerned, like laughing. He was laughing at me, and he was concerned at
All at the same time.
So it was,
I enjoyed the fact that you had pain,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure that you're actually okay.
Exactly. Glad you're having pain. It entertains me, but what the heck happened? And i.e. to what I did today, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. My brain was saying to me, don't do anything. Like between the issue with the radiculopathy, I'm like, do I want to sit on the bike? No, I don't want to be even on a recumbent bike. I don't. Do I want to pound on a treadmill right now?
Definitely
No.
not.
No. I'm like, there's no.
Do I
jiu-jitsu
want to
today.
eat a chocolate bar?
Absolutely,
Perhaps.
Absolutely, I love
Yeah.
that. But so I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do a total body workout, and I did nothing that was gonna load my lower back. I mean, my leg training was a superset of leg extension, leg curl, calf raises continually for 5 sets with no rest because I didn't want
wow.
everything on my back,
Yeah.
But then
I mean, I do similar workouts for my legs too, so I understand where you're coming from.
Peter, did you want to?
Don't go there.
he does
Do not go there.
calf raises to eat some chocolate at the top of the.
I'm like, oh my god, the potato chips are.
Peter, you don't want to
freaking-
comment on that?
I think he just bends over in the shower and shaves his calves.
Look at his face.
They're all smooth calves.
I do have nice calves, right? Thank you.
I said they were smooth.
All right, fair enough.
Smooth
I'll take smooth.
Smooth calves.
They call me smooth calves, Shay.
You know, there was this thing on.
Slow hand Luke, no, smooth calves, Shay.
I think it's cool hand.
Cool hand.
Slow hand.
Fucking
Slow hand, slow hand.
slow head Shay.
I don't know if you guys out there watch any fitness gurus on social media, but there's one particular guy who I love, CT Fletcher,
Oh yeah.
because he's
Grow,
yeah.
motherfucker.
You know, and he just had open heart surgery. You know, he had
Yeah.
second time, and like, but if you watch, he on one of his episodes, on one of his videos episodes, because he doesn't do a podcast, whatever.
Well, he was just on Joe Rogan, but continue.
But he talks about overtraining, and he said that the best shape he ever was in his life, and this guy was a freak his whole life.
He's a freak,
Was
yeah.
when he was in the army. He said, and if you and if CT Fletcher's big on the F bombs,
Yeah.
and like you
Yeah.
think we're bad, we're choir boys compared to him, and MF this and MF that. And he was like, I don't want to hear about overtraining. There's no such thing. When I was in the army, you know, you got up and ran 5 miles a day, and they didn't care if you were sore from the day before. You're running the 5 miles. And guess what? Your body adapted. Okay, you're doing pull-ups, you're doing sit-ups, you're climbing walls, you're doing this, you're doing that. He goes, and after that boot camp, he goes, I was in the best shape of my life. Now, you went through it too, right?
I was the skinniest, but in the best shape of my life.
So my point is that there is some validity to that. You know,
Oh, heck yeah.
Now, mind you, in your prime when you're doing that,
Absolutely.
Are we
Yes,
doing
I
that in our late 40s? Hell no. You know, you're not doing it in your 30s. It's not fucking happening. So the moral of the story is that there's some truth to that
The
stuff.
body will surprise you for sure.
Yeah,
The
it's your
body
mind
will
that quits
surprise you.
first. Your mind quits
every
first.
time,
Yeah.
every single time.
Your body can take much more than you
you
think it can. It's
Does
just
your body still surprise you, Shay?
I mean, you see these things, right? Where's Murph? Murph, right? You see, I mean,
He likes
Murph,
the triceps.
Yeah, but there you go. That's for Murph.
and Carlo too. I think
That's
Carlo,
an M for Murph.
I think Carlo has a love affair.
I think
with
Mrs.
triceps.
Shea is always surprised at Chris.
Wow.
Smooth calf Shea.
He looks like the Red Hulk when he does that. Is there a Red Hulk in the
You don't want to see me go rosacea. You would have liked me when I go rosacea.
I like
But
that.
I think in the comics there's a Red Hulk.
There's a red. No, there's a red Hulk.
There's a Red
100%.
Hulk. If I'm not
100%.
mistaken. It again, it goes back to you know, having that seasoning, that experience, and understanding. Well, you know what? I may need a little something today, but I may need nothing one day. I may need to just go downstairs and eat bacon, egg, and cheeses
And have a nap.
And
See, there's certain days I'm just like, maybe I should just take a nap.
but it seems to be too often. That's the problem.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
The napping
I
seems
feel
to be
like
too
napping is one of the best things that they actually say, the current research out there is suggesting 2 4-hour naps is better than 1 8 hours straight.
But I heard that, no, I heard
4-hour
20-minute
naps.
naps are the best way to go during the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I heard
100%.
cup of coffee and then 20-minute nap.
I heard that
So-
that is the best, where you will not feel
Dude, and
like-
I'm a napper. I enjoy my naps.
Nipper?
I'm not gonna say. I like nips, and I like
Nip
naps.
and nap?
Those are two things I like.
Nappy nip?
No, we wouldn't know that.
Particular order?
Nappy nips?
I like the nips first.
Nippy nap?
But then usually after I'm done with some nips, I want some naps.
It's like a prerequisite.
That's it, 100%.
It's a prerequisite.
You can't not
So-
nap without a nip.
It's a,
Nippy nap.
What about some pops?
Pops.
I gotta be honest, let me tell you something. Pops do me wrong all the time. This weekend I had to go to
You're
a
drinking the
birthday
wrong kind
party.
of pop, bro.
No, it doesn't matter
You don't
what
know
kind of
how
pop
to
it
have
is.
a pop.
And I have pops, and then I start getting all fun. And then by the time I get home, I'm ready to go to bed. So like the whole pop experience,
Because
that
you
was,
didn't have enough pops.
is that what it is? I need to have
Listen,
more.
there's a specific amount that's going to get you sleepy. It's like having a glass or two of wine and you start to get tired.
Yeah, but I don't drink wine, dude.
Right, I know, but that's what I'm saying. There's a specific
Like-
amount. Like if I have 1 or 2 vodka sodas, I'm not going to get saucy. I'm going to get sleepy. But if I have like 5 or 6, I'm going to have a good time. Maybe for you, when you have a half a glass of your Chardonnay or whatever sissy drink you fucking drink,
Chardonnay.
White wine spritz.
whatever,
Chardonnay.
with your little umbrella.
a shard of Shay.
Chardonnay. When I get my half a cup of
He's
Chardonnay.
gonna have a shard of Shay. If you don't mind, can I get the rosé shard of Shay, please? It kind of mimics my skin tone.
Maybe you need to have a couple more.
That I guess that must be it because
Well, but
literally
listen.
I got home, all ready to do the business, and I pass out.
Well, the thing is, like, I think Frank is talking about a process where you go from, like, listen, we've talked about it. I like to have a pop with a meal. I'm done. When you're going out for pop, it's a changing of stages. You go from that stage to the point where you're drinking pop because you want to continue to have a good time, and then friends are challenging you and they're forcing you to drink pops.
And next thing you know, you're in a conga line in the middle of a
Yeah,
restaurant,
exactly, and you're doing
working cymbals.
breaking glasses. I mean, there's all sorts of good times that happen when you have a good amount of pop. So, I think,
I didn't have a good amount of pop. I think I had 1.5 because I knew I was driving.
well, there you go.
So
You
I was
went with
like,
the medicinal.
yeah,
Medicinal pop.
I
You had a medicinal pop.
I had a sip for friendship.
sip of friendship, and you probably had some type of food.
Oh no, I had a significant
there you go.
amount of food.
What do you think? That's going to make you lethargic too, especially if it's carbohydrate.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And
If you
you
ate a
soak
lot
it
of
with pop.
carbohydrate-based foods on top of the alcohol, guess what? You're going nighty-night.
Yeah, that's what
It's
it was.
just really what
because
happens.
It literally knocked me. I got to the house and I was just sitting in bed and I was like, my God, I'm tired. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Seems like a reoccurring theme.
Going to bed.
Seems like a.
You know what the problem is?
at that age.
Whose idea was it to make bed so freaking comfortable? Like, what the hell were they thinking? I lay down in that damn thing for like 20 seconds and I'm out. It's a wrap.
Whose idea was it to make bed so comfortable? Maybe we should talk to people that don't sleep on beds. They sleep on the dirt, or they sleep in a
You see,
cave.
that I'm not getting a good night's sleep. I'll be awake then. But you throw me on a nice, comfortable bed, forget about it. I'm out.
I can
It's a wrap.
sleep on anything.
Can
You
you?
can put me on a rock and I'll fall asleep.
I think there's definitely levels of comfortability with sleep. I like we were away last weekend and we didn't stay in the normal type of hotel we stayed in. I was miserable.
They don't have normal hotels up there. That's
No,
why.
but I'm saying like it was only one night, so it wasn't a big deal. But even that
Fresh
one night, it was like, man, what a difference compared to where you've slept in other places. It's not the same.
Hotel makes a difference. Up there,
Absolutely.
they just have like motels. It's just,
I don't know. I think what you're saying is there's a lot of stake to it.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with it.
and I need my sleep.
Well, you need your sleep, and you need it to recover, and you need to do a lot of these things. Like as to circle back to what we were talking about, is that it all is a process, and that's why I don't like messing up my routines. I can't
Oh, yeah.
stand it. I don't even like messing up my routines for vacations. Those aren't like
Let's be honest. You really don't mess up your
I don't.
routine all that much.
I don't. When I go on vacation, my routine stays as close to.
You
normal
find a
as possible.
gym.
Yeah, that's the first.
You
thing.
bring products with you so you can do protein and
You
stuff
mean
like
like
that.
if we're walking around the park all day and I say let's go grab dinner at 9:30, we're not going to go eat dinner at 9:30?
No, we're fucking.
That's different though.
No, we are not. I can tell you right now, we are not. There are some things that, like I said, vacations are kind of active vacations for me, I guess. But at the same time, back to the routine thing, I don't like it. I fucking hate it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like not being in my environment. I don't like my routine
Very much a
messed
creature
up.
habit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am the poster boy for creature habit. I don't like it.
Do you feel like there's
Russell.
ever I mean, obviously everyone needs a break from the habit, but like even being that you're a creature of habit, do you ever say, shit, I need to break up this monotony a little bit, or do you find, like, because I find I can, if I break up the monotony of my habit,
Right.
it sets me back, like, it doesn't do me a solid by taking a little break.
No, I've never had that problem. Always been very disciplined. But like when I break up my monotony, it's like I'm gonna go eat everything today. Like I'll have McDonald's.
No diet,
I'll
yeah.
have.
I'll get
I mean,
wrecked,
like,
I'll feel wrecked afterwards.
yeah, like I'll go out and say, all right, you know what? I'm gonna just go and have ice cream, and I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna do that, and then I feel good the next day. Like because that's breaking up for me. Like I didn't go to the gym or I didn't do whatever. You know, for me it's like I break up the diet. That's probably my biggest. That's probably my most significant way that I break up routines for me.
Is your diet.
It's my diet because I literally eat the same things every day in some combination. So
Not me. I break up my diet by eating whatever I want every single day.
I get it.
So my diet's broken up every day.
I get it. So you're basically on the seafood diet.
I am on the
meaning
seafood
the SEE food
Yes.
diet.
Oh, I see it and I eat it.
Not the SEA.
No.
Oh, I get it.
I like that one though. I like that one too.
How do you not like that?
Right? I mean,
I love seafood.
Oh.
I don't know how people don't like seafood, to be
it
honest.
doesn't even make any sense to me.
It's delicious stuff.
There's a lot of people who look at it like pork.
Dude,
I
love
won't eat pork either, though. Pork's got to be grilled for me, like a pork chop. Don't put that shit
I
in
had
the
a
pan.
nice bone. Really?
Don't put
really,
what?
Really. I had a nice bone-in pork chop the other day.
For me, don't put that shit in the pan
Perfect.
because I won't eat it. Don't bread it. I won't eat it.
You eat bacon?
Dude, who eats breaded
Yeah.
pork chops nowadays though? Nobody.
But back in the days, we grew up, that's how they had
Yeah,
them.
the shake and bake. Remember that
Yeah,
shake and
man.
bake stuff?
I hated that shit. I mean, like, I hate to say this, but even chicken cutlets, because we ate them twice a
Oh,
week.
I love chicken cutlets.
I like them, but like, they're not my favorite. They're not my favorite foods.
What?
That makes me
Are
uncomfortable.
you fucking Italian?
Dude, I love chicken
I am
cutlets.
ultra
Oh
Italian.
yeah, I'll
but I
chicken.
just,
I'm sorry, chicken cutlets.
We eat
again.
chicken cutlets at least
I'm
once a week.
fucking up some chicken cutlets.
we have them too, but I'd rather have them grilled.
Grilled chicken cutlets?
Well, no, he's not putting any
No, I
bread
don't
on
eat
it.
bread
That's
on
just
them.
eating
I don't
grilled
know, I
chicken.
don't know.
Yeah, I grew up with all those foods, so I've had enough of it.
I like chicken cutlets.
I like chicken cutlets too. I'm fine without the sauce, but a little mozzarella, some basil, some tomato.
You put a little bit of lemon juice on the
You
chicken
got it, that's
cutlet.
part of
Oh man, forget about it. So,
Well, thank you, Chef Boyardee. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
With that, guys, we're going to wrap it up.
Fact
Matt Chat Podcast, Paul Ciatto, Frank Ciatto, Christopher Shay. Another episode of nonsense. I hope you enjoyed it.
Woo!